I am 19 and I have no friends. It was a choice. Last year, actually, last summer, around June, July ish, I realized that everybody in my life was putting on a facade. And I know everybody has a shell of themselves when being in front of people or even meeting new people. But every day of my life, I started to realize that the people around me, they were faking it in every aspect. Honestly, I was tired of always having to tiptoe around people and not tell them how I really felt about situations and things because they always felt like I was a problem saying the real raw truth. And I used to feel kind of upset about that because I was like, how can you have people constantly lying to you guys all the time and not want the truth? But I had to realize that becoming enlightened, it's not something that everybody understands. It's not something that everyone experiences at the same time. Enlightenment comes in different forms, whether it's realizing your actions actually affects others or it's probably even realizing things that you're doing isn't helping yourself and is furthering you from your goals. But all in all, I mean, do I feel lonely? Yes, I do. But I would say the loneliness has been bringing me closer to myself and making me realize that in a way, everybody is the same. Every guy that I talk to is the same. Every girl that I try to become friends with is the same. I noticed that a lot of people, they're not real, like at all. Like all these people, they're just trying to be like one another so bad to the point where everyone's literal carbon copies of one another. I want you to think like, when was the last time you guys have even seen somebody being their own individual person or not following after a trend? I feel like this is really weird that people are not only doing that in America, but all over the world. They're not their individual person that they should be. And honestly, it kind of hurts my feelings. And that's the main reason why I stopped talking to my friends, was because, like, imagine being, or just yourself, always being honest and always sharing experiences that you've learned over the years or over weeks of time. And instead of someone just talking to you as you, they judge you for your actions and not just talk to you about what happened. And I'm not saying that everyone's perfect. And I'm not saying my actions could have been the best. But if you know, like how I knew that my intentions were never to hurt anyone and my intentions have always been clean towards people, it really just makes you feel some type of way when those people who you're always there for will never be there for you. And another thing, like why I separated myself from so many people, is that I noticed even my closest friend at the time, she just accepted anything in her life. Just because a person has been your friend for years doesn't mean that they should cross your boundaries. And you know what? Not for everyone, it's cut and dry like that. But especially for me, realizing that realistically in life, nobody gives two fucks about you, it just makes you realize that you are the only person that you should be giving second chances to is yourself. Every time you feel like you failed at something, that's just an attempt to get closer to that goal, to that dream, whatever that thing is. Because whatever you think of manifests in the real world. But I think when you talk to other people about the truth, they try to distance themselves from you. And that's okay with me. But I don't know, it kind of hurt me so bad that a lot of my friends, they would accept anything from anybody just because they're a person, and you can't just go around blocking people. Or for example, the person, like the girl that I'm talking about, she would tell me, well, I'm not just like you. I can't just go blocking people because, I actually care about people. You could care about somebody from a distance and still protect your peace. But I feel like a lot of people are so used to giving people so many second chances, and that's just so nasty to me. I don't care if you've been my friend since grade school, okay? Like, if you do something that I don't like, I'm not going to talk to you again. And I don't care. I do believe that people change and people grow and everything like that. But at the end of the day, like, you have to do what matters the most to you. And to me, what matters the most is protecting my peace and like keeping a distance away from other people. I would say like a part of being in like this solitude is learning more about myself and about the different parts of me. Because especially when I post on places like TikTok, especially TikTok, all the commenters that I get, they kind of remind me of the old friends that I used to have in a way, because my old friends would think just like them. When you talk about a realistic thought or you talk about realistic things, for example, people talk about taking substances to tune out what is going on in their brain. And when I talk about things like that, people in the comments make it seem like it's not that simple to rearrange your thoughts so you can have a better reality. People make it seem like, and even I have comments that say, oh, the only way that you can enjoy life is to be rich. If you're rich, that's the only way you enjoy life. Well, I am rich, okay? I have the Lord beside me. I'm breathing. I have an abundance of food, clean water, and I have shelter. You're already rich. If you want to be the product of your own environment instead of using your environment to help you grow and to give you a second hand and to use the tools that God laid in place for you, that's your own choice. Especially going back to not having a lot of friends and being alone, many people are so comfortable with staying at where they are. They fear change in their life for no reason. If your life is staying the same, I actually like, I don't know, I feel bad for you. Like, I'm talking about you have no changes. Like, you're afraid to start a new cycle of your life. You're just stuck in the same stagnant place. That's kind of sad. Because even with some of my friends now, like one of them, for example, had their mom reach out to me and talk about how, I haven't seen you in a while, like, or have you been? If you wanted to see me, you would see me. We're not connecting energy wise. We don't align together. You know what I mean? So I just find it quite interesting that people love to talk about solutions and people talk about other people or talk about the what ifs instead of actually doing it. And what really made me stop talking to my friends, especially, it's just like, why do you fear change? Why do you keep repeating the same patterns? And mind you, I'm not a perfect person because for me, I was the wild one in the group. I was the one always going out and having fun and doing new things and experimenting with my life. So, I'll take that blame. However, with my other friends, for example, my homeboy, he literally told me that, hey, in my last relationship, you know, we were very obsessive with each other. We were very controlling with each other. And what do you think he did as soon as he got into a new relationship after he literally just healed? The same fucking thing, being like obsessive, being controlling, like doing all these things. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, even if he's watching, I don't really care because he knows that I stopped talking to him from a place of love. Especially, I told him about an experience I had in my life. Like, it was crazy, okay? It involved substances, but I told him straight up what I did through text messages, and all of a sudden I received like a really weird response. Like, it was an odd response. And the response that I received was actually from his girlfriend. And he told me, oh, sorry, my girlfriend was using my phone and she texted you. So that tells me that not only did they invade each other's privacy and go through each other's phones, but that means this whole time that I thought I was talking to you in confidence, you had somebody else reading our messages. And here's my thing, like, the girl that he's dating is also my friend, okay? Well, she was, but when I used to talk to her, of course. But it's just so sickening to me that people repeat the same toxic patterns. Like, you literally were just in a relationship just like that, all toxic and manipulative, and then you're gonna go right back to it because that's what you feel that's comfortable. But I don't blame him necessarily or blame humans for doing that. And the point of society that we're in now, we're like easily able to get things for our comfort and for our survival. Survival isn't the number one thing that we think about, but our subconscious does, especially in this day and age. In this day and age, you can get everything at a press of a button, okay? You can get food, water, shelter. So people aren't having to go out their way and create new experiences for themselves or going out their way to survive. Like, not everybody orders food to their house. Like, I think some people as well, they forget that certain things in this life that we have are luxuries. And I mean, especially that is the reason why I don't really talk to a lot of people, because I feel like often people are mainly concerned on superficial things. And it's fine. Like, you see, I'm a material girl too, okay? Like, I like to have these things. I like jewelry, I like clothes, I like makeup, and that's fine. But especially one of my friends that I had, she like just led her life with that. Like, imagine coming to your friend and telling them, well, I wish I had big lips like you. I wish I had big boobs like you. Like, why are you at such a young age being so fixated on these material things? Or I just don't understand it. Or even in my dating life, I get a lot of guys who come into my DMs and whatnot, and they're literal scammers, like PayPal scammers, or not just people getting regular money from, like, dealing cards or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's like people who are getting money in a bad way, and they get upset with me, like, to this day still, that I don't want to talk to them. I don't care how much money you have, especially if that money that you have is dirty money. Like, how do you even sleep at night? I just really don't understand how people do these types of things. But I don't know. I just wanted to share my experience on how I feel being alone. I mean, I don't have anybody to call or text when I need help. Like, sometimes I don't even like have my parents to ask, because I feel like our parents don't know all the answers. Like, the older I've been getting, the more I realize that our parents really don't have all the answers, and that a lot of things we have to figure out on ourselves and, navigate our way through this life. But I mean, I don't know. We're just doing this one step at a time. But in my current phase of life, yes, I'm 19 and I have no friends. And honestly, that's okay. Like, it's really okay, because I remember hearing about how sometimes to reach a certain level of your life, you have to let certain people, places, and things go. They can't come with you. And, I used to get very offended by that. And I used to think that it was a very bad thing, that you have to get rid of everything that you know just to start another life. But you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't trade my solitude for anything in the world. Because even when I did hang out with those friends, I would always feel so tired and drained after talking to people all day. Because not only are you putting up a front, everybody else is putting up a front. And then not only just that, you have all these people dealing with negativity and you're helping them fix their problems. But for me, I grew up a little faster than some of my friends in the group, because I was having adult problems. I wasn't having, like, you know, high school problems. But even when I stopped talking to them, it was right when we got out of high school. But I don't know. I hate that people love to complain about their circumstances, and they like to tell others about what they're going through, but they never change it. Like, if you were that uncomfortable, you would change it. Like, even for me, like, sometimes I feel uncomfortable living where I am, so I take action and I look for new places to live. Like, I feel like some people, they feel so comfortable not having change until God wakes them up. And when I tell you that, like, I'm not just trying to be a fear mongering Christian, but whatever you believe in, God or the universe, He will listen, he will change. He will push this change in your life when you don't want to make the decision on your own. That shit will change, okay? Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be like a toxic relationship. Something bad is going to happen. That's going to finally make you leave. Like, you're not going to listen to your friends. You're not going to listen to your family and whatnot. But one thing about the universe and God is that if they keep giving you warnings and you don't move, that shit, like, shit is going to literally hit the fan, okay? Like, it's just crazy to me. But I think I just really been appreciating, like, these moments of solitude for sure. And honestly, this is my first time actually filming a video without a script. I just felt like I wasn't being authentically myself on here. And that's something I mentioned earlier in this video, actually, about how people aren't themselves. And I realized that if I talk about all the time how I like to be authentic and I don't want to be like anyone else, I was like, why don't I make videos talking about what I want to talk about. And I do enjoy making searchable content for people and going by what the YouTube algorithm says, but I really like just to express myself sometimes and just talk about something. I feel like not a lot of people know how to talk freely, or especially to a camera. I took a public speaking course, and I also been learning more and more how to break, I think they call it the fifth wall, I believe, like when you're talking to the camera. So, it's just like, I don't know, it's just a new process for me. It's just a really new process. I just hate it when I'm stagnant, like I'm not doing something new. Because at one point of like filming these videos, because I've been ahead of my videos actually, I noticed that like I wasn't enjoying it. There was just like 2 weeks of me doing YouTube that actually felt like hell. But I think the part of the reason why was like I was getting out of like a, what do you even call it? I don't know, a situationship. I'm not doing one of those again. Like, I forbid doing that again in my life. But yeah, like we stopped talking and like I blocked him and everything. But I think as well, like that's another reason why I don't really talk to people, or I don't seek to talk to people or go on apps anymore, is because every time I do hang out with someone for an extended period of time, like for example, when I stopped talking to the person I just mentioned, my energy was drained. Do you hear me? My energy was done. It was gone. I had no energy left to give, okay? Like, I just felt so empty inside. And that's the main reason why I don't have friends. It's like, if I hang around you all the time and you're draining my energy, that means that we shouldn't be talking. And honestly, people feel tired at the end of the day, obviously, but you know what I'm talking about. Like when you genuinely feel like you got hit by a bus after you stop talking to that person. But I don't know. I really enjoyed making this video actually. And I think that's all my soul has to talk about because I've been just like going with my intuition lately. Especially like, I can't be making videos about how to be the highest version of yourself if I'm not actually listening to my intuition. So this is mainly what this video is. I mean, if you're listening and you're watching out there and you might feel like having no friends is hurting you or making you feel alone, just remember that not everything lasts forever. This is just one phase of your life, just like how the earth keeps evolving and keeps making new things, even regardless if you die today. The earth keeps continuing. So think about your life as the unknown. And that's what I've been thinking of my life as too. Because especially not this loud behind car, but especially for me, like I always was just trying to like plan out my life so much. But the unexpected will always happen. And I've been trying not to like be screaming and yelling and getting mad at the 3D. But I think this is why I need my solitude, especially. Like, I don't know. I heard this post, like this girl, she posted online and she said, "Oh, if you're having like severe isolation, like you don't talk to nobody, that's the universe like giving you that time to reflect before you get pushed into the limelight." Like, I don't know how to describe it, y'all. I am famous. That's all I could describe it as. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video because honestly, that's all I have to talk about. That was like a good hot 20 minutes and I really enjoyed that. Like I really felt like I got everything off of my chest. But yes, I actually upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but I'm definitely going to be continuing to do more sit down videos just talking to you guys because I really enjoy getting out how I feel in my chest. But yes, if you want to keep up with me on Instagram or TikTok, it's going to be linked right here down below. So, you could go check that out. I post like every other day or so. Sometimes I post every day, whatever. But if you made it this far into the video, make sure to comment a red heart and, of course, subscribe. I mean, if you mess with my content and you like me sitting down and talking to you guys besides doing anything else, you have to let me know. But yes, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your days. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for everything. I'll see you guys another time. Bye.